Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm taking the opportunity to film some places that were special to my mum, and this is one of them. I'm at Melverly Church, which is just across the border into England, and it's the oldest, I believe, wooden church in existence in the country. So I thought we'd go and have a look. Follow me. There has been a place of Christian worship here in Melverly for over 1,000 years. In late Saxon times it was recorded there was a small hermitage in Melverly on the riverbank by the ancient trackway near the crossing of the rivers Severn and Vyrnwy. In 1401 Owen Glyndwr, the Welsh chieftain, got bored and burnt it down, but it was rebuilt by 1406, and the church we see today is that rebuild. As can be seen here, the lower 2/3 of the east wall are from a later date. You can see that the wattle and daub construction is completely different here. The very narrow wattle seen here with the wide wooden slats being evidence of early construction. The pulpit here is Jacobean and worth close inspection because the carvings are really quite special. I can never resist a quick stand in the pulpit when I visit a church. Feelings of power. I never get bored coming to this church. There's always so much to look at. The altar there on the right is also Jacobean, and approaching is the Chain Bible. This dates from 1726, and they were chained so that people would not borrow them. Well, you know what I mean, because by this time they were written in English and the common people were starting to be able to read. This is that lovely Jacobean altar again. This is the only stained glass in the church, and it was added in 1925. The rightmost of the windows commemorating the dead from Melverly in the Great War. Oh look, someone's knitted a model of the church. And the pews, yep, you guessed it, they're Jacobean. The church was built using largely shipbuilding techniques. There's actually no screws, no nails, no glue, everything being held together by good carpentry and wooden pins. This is the gallery. Notice the slope? That's not subsident, that is just the way the massive piece of oak on which it's built settled. It's easy to see the shipbuilding heritage when you get up here in the gallery, and it's weird walking downhill as you walk in this direction. But this is a terrific place to really get a good look at all of the construction of this church. You can see the pin construction, you can see the joints, how it's being put together, and it's absolutely fascinating to see. The work you're looking at here is over 800 years old. I've been here countless times and there's always more to see and look at when you come. It's a fascinating place. And here is another chance to look at the amazing construction with no nails, no screws and no glue, just wooden pins and good workmanship. This is the font. It's early Saxon and probably originates from the original church that was burnt down. The font cover, you guessed it, is Jacobean. We have come outside now because I want to show you something which could have been quite disastrous. One morning in 1990, the warden of the church was opening up and thought it had moved, because the river, instead of being several feet away, was right up against the west end. As you can see here, the river is now very close. They had to put a 100-foot long, 30-foot deep metal wall into the ground here to hold back the river to stop it undermining the church. So this really was the church that didn't move, although they thought it had. And up here in the gallery is a little plaque commemorating the opening of that wall and the safety of the church. I hope you've enjoyed this tour around this beautiful church. If ever you're in this area, and we're about 12 miles west of Shrewsbury, you really should come along and have a look. We're currently looking at the church from the north side, and the tower was added in the 1500s. It was not original. It's a beautiful churchyard. There are also two 400-year-old yew trees in the churchyard. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. But in the meantime, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.